This podcast discusses a range of topics and is intended for mature audiences. Adult language may be heard throughout the episode. This podcast is for private, non-commercial use. The views and opinions of the cast, the guests, do not necessarily reflect any agency, organization, or company that they work for.
Verbal.
Me.
You look real prim and proper right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Like you have some brought up. See.
I am a brand now.
Well, Hove said photo shoot first.
You're
like I want
I'm
to
a
call the
brand.
paparazzi on myself.
Okay.
Not you?
No, don't call no paparazzi.
Mic check. D, put me the cameras, please. Mic check. 1, 2. Welcome to the Link Up Podcast, episode 130. I'm not looking at.
Oh, that's a big number. 130? That's where we at now?
130 of those things. Call me what you like. You know how it goes. I'm play host. To my left, to my right, the usual suspects in the building. One or two of them, at least. Kvsha.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Yes, sir. I like that.
How can I help you, Victor?
How are you?
I'm well.
That's how you address stepdaughter, yes, sir.
Oh!
Okay, well, just so you know that.
Don't try to clear it up. No.
Victor is
you
going to
sounded
be.
like one of them.
Victor's going to be marrying Keisha's mother at some point in time soon.
We discussed it, man. She don't want marriage. That's cool. Kvsha, take a break because I'm coming back to you.
Okay. Let me get my thoughts together. Prepare. Yes, sir.
I'm a close friend.
Hear me about yes, sir.
I'm a close friend on IG. She nervous.
You're a what?
I'm a close friend.
So that means you shouldn't be sharing my what? My personal business. Next.
You're a brand now, though. You gotta,
Exactly.
you gotta give the viewers an insight into Kvsha, who Kvsha is.
She
All
gave
right.
him an insight, all right.
She gave me an insight. To my right, Chris. What's up, Chris? How are you?
I'm good.
Salsa
You know what
Pop-
this weekend is?
Salsa Poppy. The return of Formula One.
That's right.
I got you.
Lewis.
I'm paying attention.
What?
Hammer time.
No, you can't dap up my boy like that. Give him a bounce.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Well, normally we go for the 5, but he went for the bunks today for some reason.
Huh? It's called what?
I can't say.
He's a
Oh.
fucking
What's up, man? We say, yeah, this
doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a busy weekend though.
Who had a busy weekend?
Us.
Oh, we did? Share with the listeners. Go ahead.
What yesterday? What the fuck we were doing?
Why are you cursing the first
The
2 minutes
first
into YouTube, my guy?
Oh, because they
You can see one up
here.
here. Someone, please like and subscribe.
Well, hold on, but we're not gonna get monetized anyway. For now.
Yeah, we are.
I
Soon.
talk your shit,
We got
King.
like another 700 subs to go. I mean. Oh.
Yo, D hit me one day. D was like, "Did you see the email?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Did you see the email?" Real business like. And then we had that photo of him in the radio station on the BlackBerry. BlackBerry on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this weekend, you hype? Your boy
Very hype.
returns. Yeah.
Finally.
We had a busy weekend.
We had a busy weekend.
I'm exhausted.
Soon to come.
Shout out to people who are just tuning in for the first time. You might see something look different. What's all this here?
Our
Lot of
shout
color.
out. Can I?
The coach is gone, huh? The casting coach is out.
Casting coaches.
I don't like when I don't call it.
That's what it was. It was a casting coach.
But yeah, we have a new look in the studio. Big up to our local artist, Jason Kennedy. We love to see it.
Yo, for real, shout out Jason. He has helped us out tremendously. He's a good guy. We literally hit him up like day before, like day of actually. Like, we need some help. He was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
So, you know.
I love to see the pieces.
And if you want any of these prints, just go hit up Jason at Kamana Bay. You'll find him across from the cinema, Jason Kennedy Gallery. Mm-hmm. It's a good guy.
Look at you guys. doing
Tell him the link up sent you.
And if you want to purchase the casting coach, we still have it.
Victor, please. Nobody don't want that coach.
You sure? Get some members on it? Oh, no, I'm just playing. We paused it.
I'm so tired of you.
I want to introduce our guest today. We have the lovely, talented Ashley Crowe in the studio today. Welcome
Yes.
to the podcast.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, welcome.
I know you're nervous, so we're going to take good care of you here.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
We're going to talk about acting in a few minutes, but before acting, I want to talk about, the weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, cut the camera to Kvsha. Go ahead.
Yeah, cut the
D.
cameras.
Cut the camera, Kvsha. Yeah. Go ahead, Kvsha. How was your weekend?
My weekend was quiet.
Yeah. Well, Chris and I were
Quiet.
working. You might see the studio looks a little different.
Yeah.
We were making some moves, doing some recordings. Where were you?
Well, on Friday, I was resting. And as an Adventist, you know, the sun set.
Oh, yeah, Adventist don't.
I always,
You're not talking about Adventist because what we're about to get into.
No, I've always been because, see, my ears are not pierced for the
wa-
viewers.
She was asking for forgiveness the night before.
Okay, so you had Adventist on
So I was
Friday.
resting,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And then when the sun set on Saturday,
The devil was out.
no, literally.
Half
So
of it.
for real, I went out to enjoy the festivities at Night Carnival because that is what you are insinuating about.
Tell us a little. Tell us about. Look, it looked good.
It was a good time.
I saw some videos and photos.
It was just really hot for me. I
You were hot.
always,
With
I
what
mean,
you didn't have on, you were hot.
physically and literally, but
Why you looking at me for first? I don't know how you can be hot. With,
you asked for it. Okay.
you weren't hot.
Are you not hot now? Do you feel the room?
Oh, okay.
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 Oh
But yeah.
boy.
Shout out
Keisha,
to- shout out
Keisha
to-
had the man under pressure, boy.
The man them, not man them. Yeah, make up
Man, them, man.
You
I
almost
don't know.
made a group chat, Keisha.
again. I love that 2 for 2.
Yeah. But we
See what I do next week.
But we got a screenshot, so we got a screenshots.
But you had fun at Night Carnival?
Yeah, I did.
It looked like a vibe out there.
It was. I like the fact that I could dress in what I wanted and, you know, be a woman, be confident in what I'm wearing. I'm out with my girls. I'm having a great time. So, yeah.
Yeah, the videos I saw look like people were having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
Huh? Are we gonna? You lucky we don't have the same how we used to do the episode title pictures.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
You couldn't use me? I would send my lawyer.
Why? You used to give us permission all the time.
Well, your lawyer happens to be a friend of the show now, so you're going to have to find a different one.
One for true. Well played.
Glad you had a good time, a good weekend.
Thank
It looked
you.
really good, so that's dope. Chris, anything before we get into to our guests here before we start?
No, man. I mean, it was we can get into the launches of the political parties later on.
Okay.
There was some interesting, some interesting choices made.
Okay.
Some champion songs.
I can't comment, so
Oh.
Why? You don't know her?
I don't want to offend my political connections.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Understood.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sorry, Ashley. We are clowns. Thank you for putting
Welcome
up with
to our
us.
circus.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's fun to be here.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. You were a Miss K1 contestant a couple years ago.
I was. I think it was 2021.
You think? You sure? Make sure.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was 2021.
Keisha came in here giving you her your flowers. She said you should. I think
Yes.
you should have been up there. You should have.
Thank
should have
you.
won.
Yes, I do.
Keisha's our resident pageant girl. So
Okay.
we defer to her for all expertise when it comes to pageants. So whatever she says.
That's
Yeah,
what
just
goes.
for me, like with you, like you just brought something different to the pageant world, and I was like, I'm interested, I'm intrigued. Like, what else can you do? Like, you know, I was really rooting for you, but you know,
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it was an out of body experience. As I said, it was the first time I'd done anything like that. And as you mentioned before, I'm an actor, and so it's one thing when you have a script in front of you, but it's another thing when you are performing, but as yourself, or I should say, a version of yourself. You know, because I mean, you have to have some sort of public facing image, essentially, like you're Sasha Fierce. You know.
yeah.
That's like us with podcasting. Yeah.
Yeah, Victor.
DJ Crumbs.
Chris, you
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay.
gotta be so careful.
Saki
'cause-
Papi.
You gotta be so careful because that will stick. That's the thing.
Well, it does stick. I went stop and hail up this man Friday night at one of our favorite local establishments.
You outside again?
I was on my way home from Flag,
Okay.
and then Victor said
he
he
was
saw.
outside, technically.
Victor saw he saw one of the big dogs out by there. I stopped by, say hi to him, and Victor say, "Oh, that girl asked me if that's salsa papi over there."
Because that's what we call him, Salsa Papi.
I was like, "Oh my god, I got a." Anyway, I shouldn't hate on it. I appreciate
It's
it.
cute.
But you know what's funny is like Victor gave me that name from like episode 2, and that's just like stuck.
For real.
You don't get to choose your nicknames. That's one thing in life.
Oh, tell me
don't.
about it. Tell me about it. Within my little friend group, we have boy names. They name me Tim. Like, they won't let it go.
I can see it. I can see it.
No.
I can see it.
And it was just the most random thing. Like we were talking one day, and then they just were like, Tim, and I was like, who are you talking to? They were like, oh, you. I was like, where did that even come out from? So yeah.
What are the other boy names?
Harold.
Oh, y'all got it's a Jamaican in the group. Okay.
Hey, yo, Harold.
Jamaican in the group.
Harold. Look here.
Harold, and now I can't even. And it made me laugh so hard I can't remember the next one. Is Harold.
You don't pronounce the H, man. Harold.
Harold, Tim, and it's something with a D. No, I can't remember.
Donald.
Donovan.
Donovan. There you go.
I saw it. Yeah.
Harold, Tim, and Donovan. Because even when we were talking about it too, we were like, no, Alex and Tim couldn't be friends with Harold. And, so we went around until the names were picked. But yeah, shout out to them. They know who they are.
They definitely played dominoes together. Yeah. Harold, Donovan. Yeah, one. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So,
But real quick, shout outs to people who do hail us up. Because you mentioned Friday night, I was out somewhere and I was standing like next to the entrance. And I mean, it was music playing. It was, people were, and somebody bumped into me and like slapped me on my shoulder. And I'm like, yo, what? Like, you like get on guard or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And there's the dude, and he whispers, he got into my ear. He was like, yeah, the podcast. I was like, bro, it's Friday.
oh, that's when you were done charge up.
Nah.
He said, nah.
But you about to interest like someone. I've never seen the guy before. Yeah. And then he, he just hit me up about the podcast, and then we talked for a second, and then he tried to come back like 10, 15 minutes later, and he was like, let's talk about politics. I was like, nah, it's Friday. No.
Like, absolutely not.
No, absolutely.
I'm off duty now.
Yeah, but shout outs to him. Yeah, we on IG together, so that's always love. We appreciate that. People who mention the podcast and stuff, we don't take it for granted. So when you see Salsa pop out, let him know.
Because he been outside, guys.
Yeah, he stay outside.
Been outside, no.
Stay outside. Yeah, can't even answer that good. Ashley, yes, you are an actress. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your thought process in wanting to be an actor and getting into that field.
Well, I've always been performing to some extent since I was a kid. I think the first thing I did was when I was 3 years old. I don't remember who ran it, but it was Annie somewhere in town. I can't remember where. And I was only playing one of the orphan girls as a 3-year-old, but I think I just was running up and down the stage and just made it my own.
Yeah, at 3, nobody
made it
can
my
tell you what
own
to
show. And then I've always been doing some element of performance, I think, since then, but it wasn't until I'd say my first year of college where I was a theater major, where I knew that, okay, this is what I want to be as my profession. And it was crazy. I'll never forget, it was in my dorm, and I just started crying because I knew that was what I wanted to do, and I knew how hard the life was. So it was just like, oh no, I don't want this life of struggle. Yeah. I feel like I have something to lose. But I was also excited and happy because it just meant that I had something I really cared about and something that I wanted to be successful at. Mm-hmm. And it was going to take a lot of hard work to figure out how to be able to do that. So yeah, I mean, that's a little bit about how I guess I sort of came to the path of becoming an actor.
But then how did you continue that? Like through your teen years, going into your 20s?
Sure.
What were some of the things that you were pushing to do or did throughout that time?
Yes. Okay. So while I was in Cayman, because I've spent half of my life in Cayman, half of it in the U.S., I was always doing something. I was a part of Miss Jackie's School of Dance. I did, right before I left St. Ignatius, I was in their production of Spellbound. It was the first production that I got to do there. I was so excited. I'd just seen them do Sound of Music. I can't remember what year that would have been, but maybe like 2002, 2003. And I was always so excited. I could not wait to be a part of the productions at St. Ignatius. And then after I moved to the US, I would just do whatever after school activities. So like big up arts education, because that's really what carried that passion through both here in Cayman and in the US as well. So I was always doing something, always in some sort of production. And then in high school, I was also a football player, so I was a goalie. I played a little bit of basketball and did track and field, so I was always a really active kid. And I kind of knew, I said, you know what, I can be an actor for the rest of my life, and I know that I probably will end up doing that, but I can't do this forever, so let me just focus on other after-school activities. And they would pull me in to, still participate in whatever productions they were doing and stuff in high school. And then in the summers, I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Art in New York.
Wow.
I think I skipped one of my last classes in high school, and a friend of mine came with me, and we took the train into New York City by ourselves to go so that I could audition for this program. I ended up getting in. I was the youngest person, I think, that summer. I did that when I was 17. And
so you skipped school.
Amazing.
Great.
No, but obviously
Great,
for her betterment. For her betterment.
For my love.
Great message to put out there. Skip school. Nah, I support it.
Yeah.
I do. Take the gamble, man.
Yeah, I did it, and it was great. And so I was always doing something. But I also made sure to have a full-bodied experience as a teenager and not make it my life, because this is the kind of thing that I can do for the rest of my life. I'm trying to be Cicely Tyson out here.
You are?
Or Betty
Okay.
White, we're going to do this till the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then in your 20s, you got those gigs.
Yes.
And then so you're in school,
Yes.
and then did you have any like long-term friendships or anything of any other actors, actresses that you went to school with that are now doing other things?
Sure. I mean, we're all doing, different things, I would say, but it is a tough time in the industry. I would say we came off of the writer's strike and then the actor's strike, COVID. So when COVID hit, that was when I was just really starting to kind of kick off in my career, and there was a little bit of pause there, but I think.
And then the writer's strike was 2013.
No, 2020.
No, that was recent.
2023.
Yeah,
I
after
believe.
COVID.
I mean, started in
After COVID.
2023. Not
Yeah, and they
2013.
piggybacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the writer's strike started first, then the actor's strike, then the DGA, which is the Directors Guild. Mm-hmm. So basically all of
Everybody wanted
Hollywood.
their piece. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it was crazy. And I mean, it was suspended. COVID kind of suspended a strike that was already going to happen because of the streaming services and how that sort of changed the pay dynamics and stuff. But going back to your question about, so from high school, and I went to university.
Yep, you were in.
I was a
drama
theater.
school, yeah.
Yes, I was a theater major there. I had a liberal arts education because I wanted to study psychology as well. And I would say that psychology is my academic love, whereas or acting is my vehicle for my academic love of psychology, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Because acting is like your passion, but then the psychology, like you really like that as well.
Yes, I'm very interested in psychology and sociology and how we interact together.
But that goes hand in hand.
I was just gonna say, those work
You
well
write
together.
special characters, and you really have to understand the psychology, mannerisms.
To bring to life. Yeah.
I mean, you would like to think you have to understand that not all actors necessarily do that,
They just play themselves at every
Sometimes
gig.
they do. Listen,
Stop talking about Vin Diesel. Man. Stop it.
listen, let me tell you something. There is still a skill to doing that as well, Like there's a skill to knowing what you look like on camera and how to
Portray like your personality.
yeah, or have expression shown a certain way. So, to
Who's
each their
that
own.
actor? He plays he has the same name in every role. It's Hector.
Hector.
He's throughout like 20 shows.
He's always
Hector.
the Mexican gangbanger.
And his name is Hector every show. Like you go through his IMDb, it's Hector every single time.
It feels racist. But yeah, it's true.
I mean,
I have
saw
to
that.
look him up.
Yeah.
But when you do, you'll recognize him.
You'll
Really?
instantly.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
The bald head guy.
Pretty
all
sure
the
he was in
tattoos.
Breaking Bad. He's been in huge shows and
Yeah.
movies.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
him. That's your do your homework after.
Yeah.
the
Hector.
Yeah,
Hector the actor.
Hector the actor.
So speaking of Hector the actor, you trying to get you have something big coming out this week. You have a show. So I saw the trailer. And I'm like, they talk, oh, we have a Kmanian person in this film or this TV show. So you always want to go check it out and make sure it's not really like fluff. I saw you with the tool with the gun. I'm like, oh, she's real. Oh, she's serious.
It's the real deal.
Yeah, it is real. Yeah, it is real.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about it. You have a show coming out on CBS.
Yes, I do. I will be in an episode of FBI's Most Wanted on CBS, and basically the show is about a group of FBI agents, and in every episode they're looking for a perpetrator, and your girl is the perp this episode.
Oh, wow.
Where was this filmed?
This was filmed in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that process. How did you get I guess you went.
Tell us about the audition.
Yeah, like did you just like wake up and see an ad somewhere, or
No.
The agent
I wish
called
it was
you.
that easy.
We need you for this.
So
Can you hold a gun?
More on that later.
Okay.
I have my team is based out of Chicago and LA, and I got an audition for this, and I said, okay, I think I got the audition on a Tuesday evening, and it was due Thursday morning. So I just filmed it really, I looked at the material, I said, this is great. And I filmed the audition, sent it off to my agent. And then I found out on the Friday that I booked it, which was crazy. And I'll tell you a little story about that, because it's really special actually, and really cool. And I want to big up my grandmother for this, who passed in December. But I was her funeral was on that Friday, and I was getting ready for the funeral. I had another audition that I was taping, so I wasn't even thinking about this audition anymore. It was done. And when you're acting long enough and you're doing this long enough, you just have an audition, you have your fun with it, and then you move on to the next thing. You don't wait around or harp on it. You just keep going. And so I wasn't thinking about it, and all of a sudden I get a call from my manager, and I'm not putting two and two together. I said, oh, hey, DeVito, what's going on? How are you doing? Or she asked me how I was doing. I said, actually, I'm not that great. I have my grandmother's funeral, and I'm just trying to get ready. I have to speak at the funeral, and I'm trying to get this audition in time. She said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I do want to let you know that you are on hold for the FBI project. I immediately burst into tears, because for me, that was enough. Like that was all I needed. It's hard when you're here and away from everything, and you're not necessarily hearing anything back, in the sort of digital age of sending self-tapes. And so just to hear that somebody was seeing my work was the encouragement that I needed. That was really, I would have been just grateful for that. And I was just like, okay, thank you, Mama. Thank you for that sign, just that I'm on the right track to keep going. I had to dry my tears real quick, because I had to film this other audition that was completely like I can't even remember what I had to do for that audition. I think it was to play somebody's love interest. So I needed to come off in a totally different way.
Yeah. No more gangster.
Yeah. And so anyways, I filmed that, went to the funeral, had my phone off, of course, because, that was going on. And it was the Friday before the holiday break. So pretty much it's standard that everybody goes on break right before Christmas. And I get a call. I turn my phone on after the service. We're all in the bus getting ready to go to the burial site. And I have missed calls and messages from my manager. It's just like, oh no, what's going on? And I'm still not thinking that this could be a possibility. I was like, okay, that's great. I was on hold. That's it. That's all I needed. And my manager was just like, hey, I'm so sorry. It's the day before the break. I hope, you don't take this as insensitive. I know you're at a funeral, but can you please give me a call? We need to get this sort of sorted out. And I said, okay. So we get to the burial site, and it's the burial site over on the waterfront. So gorgeous, just a beautiful setting. And I mean, all of the emotions are high, because my grandmother just was the most incredible woman, and it was the best service. It was such a celebration of her life. And I go and I call my manager. said, "Hey, Davida, I'm at the burial site." And she said, "I'm so sorry. I just want to let you know you booked it." I think I started wailing, and I had to literally get picked up off the ground because I was off to the side, away from everything. And then just ran over shaking because it was as she's starting to go down. And I just knew that was her, depending on what you believe in. I just knew that it was her. And on a day, on a day that's meant to celebrate her life and this incredible legacy that she had, I got that gift of being able to like book work after a really dry season creatively and professionally. And so it was just amazing.
That was beautiful.
Great. Yeah, it is.
Gosh.
I was like, man, you gotta, like, people see you crying. It's like, yeah, you crying for mama. It's like, yeah. But I also booked. Yeah, I also booked CBS.
Yeah, and then it was literally that. My cousin was looking at me. Taylor was like, "Girl, what?" I mean, we did all of this. Like, what's happening right now? I said, "I just booked a TV show." She's like, "What?"
Oh man, that's dope. No, that's dope.
It's like two polar opposite things happening that bringing out so much emotion.
I was just sobbing the whole time.
Yeah.
So how does that go afterwards now? You've got to book a ticket, you fly up there, and like, what's that process like?
So right now, yes, I booked a ticket. I got myself to New York, and basically in order to be both based out of Cayman and based out of the States, I kind of have to plan for if I book something and I have to go.
Okay.
And so I did that. I got myself to New York. I fortunately have amazing friends who, took me in during that time. And I was there for 3 weeks, I think it was, and then on set for 8 days.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
How long are the
So
days
crazy,
like of
man.
shooting and stuff?
They were long. They worked me.
Like
They
16-hour days.
And it's an hour show.
Not even. It's 30 some
14
minutes. We
so
learned
go to
that,
16.
right?
16 is golden hour. So
Oh,
like
okay.
you go over 16 hours, that's like crazy. And they tried to, typically productions don't do that as much anymore. But they were 14-hour days. They were still pretty long. Almost every episode for me was a forced call, which
Whoa. Sorry.
yes,
So how many episodes are you in?
just one. I'm just one episode. It took 8 days.
Dang.
8 days to do one episode.
I mean, I've always had respect for actors and stuff, but when you hear it like that too, because
work.
we had the girl here, Jefferson, who did the Orange Is the New Black.
Right.
She was a cellmate or something like that, and she was saying she waited on set for like 20 hours or something like that just for her
What?
3-second cameo.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
It's very much the hurry up and wait industry. That was not my experience with this, just because of the type of role that it was.
Yeah.
Because you're the main
It's a
antagonist.
special guest star. Yes.
Oh, so you were like royalty on the set, or
No, I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that.
what's up with the gun? You said we're gonna come out to the gun.
I'd never held a gun before.
Oh,
Never. I don't even think I'd
so I'm
seen a
gonna
gun.
watch and critique you then and make sure.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, because you know what it's like to hold a gun?
I mean, you know how it is.
No, I don't know how it is.
You remember Life Before the Party in Red Bay.
Please.
He's from the mean streets of Red Bay too, So
Red Bay, Bush Bay,
Bay,
self-proclaimed.
That's right.
he was he from Gun Bay too, right? Gun Bay,
Son-
literally.
Sand Bluff.
Sign Bluff.
Don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, Sand Bluff.
So yeah, you say you never held a gun before?
No, I'd never seen it. And right before I left, one of our friends is part of the gun club. So she graciously just took me through basic gun safety. She showed me the gun. She took it apart. I held it for the first time. I was shaking, I think. And that the first day on set, everything just happened so fast. Yeah. And then we're just like, we had, I think, one rehearsal before then the whole crew comes in and see it. And the crew, crews are huge. It's
But this is
how many
But
people?
this is after the Alec Baldwin situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is
That's the first thing that came to my head when she said it too.
No.
So this is what I'm saying. But I told them about my concerns surrounding just having a gun, and that I had never held one before. I would love to just have a crash course in that. And I talked to the props department ahead of time, so they were really wonderful. They walked me through it. It's a blowback gun, so it can't even, it doesn't have real
Okay.
ammunition.
Initial,
goes in
yeah.
it, but-
Okay.
Okay. You learned
Yeah,
you learned today.
movie.
How many people, like, how much crew is it, like, number wise, is like on one of these sets?
So when you're watching the credits,
Yeah.
like all of those, I mean, maybe not all of those people are on set, but it does take that many people to create the episode or create the film or whatever. And I would say on set is probably like, I don't know, 75.
It's crazy work.
Just all watching you? Oh my gosh. I would
No,
get stage fright.
not all watching you at the same time. It
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
busy,
depends.
Keisha. Okay.
It depends, but like it depends on the scene. It depends on what we're shooting, and if the stunts team need to be there because we're doing a stunt, or
You got makeup, you got wardrobe.
you have all of them watching, or they could be in a different part of the set and watching from the.
Is it crazy to see, like, when you're like on a professional shoot, like how different and, like, I guess more efficient everything runs?
Trying to throw shade to the small sets.
Well, no, because I had one experience where I went to watch an episode of Jimmy Fallon, right? And I remember they were filming and he made a mistake. He's like, let's do that again. Everybody just moved in reverse.
Yeah.
Like to the exact moment where he said he needed, and they started again. It was the most incredible thing I ever saw. Like literally everybody moved in reverse. Like it was like 8 people just all went
Yeah.
right back to the point that he needed to, and they went right again.
I was gonna ask you that in terms of some of the scenes that you have to film. How many times are you repeating that just for different camera angles?
Again, it would depend, but I feel like we probably would do a scene maybe like 3 to 5 times.
That's not so bad.
How is it? What's it like to keep the same energy through each one of those things? Because like, and then not only keep the same energy, but like, what's that thing for continuity where you have to like do the exact same thing
Yes.
so it looks the same on every angle?
Yes, so there is a job for that, and it's the script supervisor. She was amazing. She does that for lines. If you're missing a line, but also what hand were you holding that orange in, or whatever it is, so that everything can line up when you're editing, because you have the close-ups, the wides. But I think you asked another question. Was that 2 questions, or there was a question before that?
It's just Chris. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And I was just asking what it's like to be in that level of professional environment where everything is just like moving, just like, and they're like, okay, and it's time to go.
Yeah.
It's not any like kind of warm up pep talk, no DJ crumbs. It's just like you show up and
It's time to go.
But then also, like you said too, having that same energy every take.
yeah.
How do you do that? Like,
Yeah, that's definitely a challenge. I have a really great acting coach, two really great acting coaches who helped me through this, Sarah Mornell and Nicole Johnson. And I think one of the things that they taught me really was, like, it's your time, so stay focused. I think it's easy to get distracted on set because people are doing really cool things. You just meet cool people. You start connecting with your cast members. But you also have to remember that you're there for work. Mm-hmm. And depending on what kind of scene you have to film, you just have to know yourself, trust yourself, and then act accordingly. And I'll never forget the first TV episode that I ever filmed was Chicago PD. And I remember being so challenged. I was fresh out of school and I had to do an emotional scene, but everybody else was kind of laughing and joking around and having a good time, because for them, this is work every day. They're just showing up to their jobs. You kind of have to make light of it because some of these shows, especially these crime shows, are heavy. And I found it hard to stay focused. And so anyways, cut to now this episode where I have a significant amount of scenes that I have to stay present for and stay focused. I just took care of myself in the way that I needed. I kept to myself during those scenes that were particularly emotionally taxing. And I had a weighted blanket for hard scenes to be able to get out of that character for a minute, just to have a break and a breather. My castmates were really, really supportive. And so was the director. Everyone's just so supportive and kind, but it really was on me to make sure that I stayed focused.
Yeah, I want to. Sorry, you said you mentioned. Go ahead.
No, sorry. You can go.
Nah, go ahead. I defer to you.
I wanted to ask, memorizing lines. Mm-hmm. What are your tactics, and how do you go about memorizing lines? Are you like in the bathroom, looking in the mirror, talking at yourself, pointing the gun, whatever? Is that how you do it, Vic?
There's a little bit of it. I think it depends on what kind of lines. How I memorize lines for, say, theater is different than how I might memorize lines for TV. In TV, you have what is called your sides for the day, and it depends on how many pages you're going to do. I mean, you might just film one scene, and that's your entire day. The opening scene of this episode took us the whole day to film. So you really just have to know those lines for that day. Mm-hmm. So it's not as daunting, if that makes sense.
It's like us when we study for an exam.
That's what I was thinking.
Clear it out afterwards. Now we focus on the notes.
But I think the thing that stays the same both for theater and film is really knowing your character. If you know your character, you know what's happening in the scene, who you are speaking to, what you want from them, then from there you can really piece together what it's about. And if you don't, depending on who you're working with and the director's style, if you don't say the exact same thing that is written, at least you're hitting the energy of what's happening. And that really is the most important part, you know.
Were you allowed to improvise a little bit or no?
Actually, a lot of this was improvising, and which I wasn't prepared for because I'd always been taught that with procedural television, you know, like your Law and Orders.
They were like, "Go be a bad guy."
You have to say the lines exactly as they're written.
Oh, in theater.
No, not in theater. Like in procedurals, like Law and Order, Chicago PDs.
But this
is
one
it because
was,
you want to be factual and you don't want to give off like?
You know, I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's just it depends on the set and the production team. It depends on what their sort of culture is for each show. I think, but I'd always been taught
because me and Cassandra we're professionals in improv.
Yes,
improv.
yes,
Yeah, that's our backgrounds. Me and Cass.
Ashley, what are some things you do to prepare for like an upcoming role? Like, what is your routine? What do you do? What are your go-tos?
Well, it always depends on how much time I have before I go into prep. But I typically like to have at least a month before, if I can. Obviously, with this, that wasn't the case. I had a few weeks, but I'll break it down based on what I did for this this prep. So I got first of all, in the audition, I'll do basic kind of preparation. You figure out what your scene is, who you have to play. And I'm playing a veteran. So I immediately just start looking up a little bit about veterans in the US, and specifically this person had served in Afghanistan. She's a woman who serves in Afghanistan. You just become a detective and you break down your script. Mm-hmm. You figure out then what's going on. And you find a reader, someone who will read with you, do the audition. When I book it, now I'm going into deep dive research mode. So like, not only am I going into deep dive research mode, but I'm also preparing myself, maybe upping my workout game because she was a veteran. So, all right, I need to increase. How would she train at the gym? You know. I start watching documentaries. I watched a really great documentary called Restrepo, which was just about veterans serving in Afghanistan. I read the book War by Sebastian Junger. I just go into
deep research.
Yeah, because for me, I'm representing someone's story. I'm lending myself to be a vehicle for this person's story, and that's going to touch somebody else who might have had a similar experience. So I take that that to me is a responsibility. And while you can't take yourself so seriously, I'm going to do as much as I can in order to honor that character and the people that might be impacted.
You mentioned the weighted blanket earlier to kind of come out of that role. So it made me think of, you know, the method actors and the famous ones who will, you know, I remember like Jim Carrey when he did Warhol, and he's like, yo, I am actually him.
Yeah.
Is that so that's a real thing for you as well as an actor, or no?
No, I don't
DDL?
believe in method. I don't believe in method acting.
No?
Personally. No, I don't. My approach is that I am Ashley playing this role. Even if I am Ashley, you know, playing somebody who is a real person, I am lending myself, my person, physically, mentally, spiritually, what have you. I'm lending myself for that time to this person to help get their story across. So there's still a part of me that's always going to be there. Okay. And that's why research is so important to me, because the more you know, the more you're able to craft as genuine an experience you can. But at the end of the day, you're never going to be that person.
So method actors are just crazy then.
I wouldn't say that
That's
either.
cool. No, that's cool.
I mean,
No, I wouldn't say that. That's a commitment that I'm
Like,
not
they-
willing.
Daniel Day-Lewis, when he was playing Abraham Lincoln, his wife said he would come in home, he wasn't breaking character.
Denzel too. I've heard that with Denzel sometimes. Like they said they would talk to him
Yeah,
off the set.
Jared
He's
Leto.
like he does not like it was the American Gangster.
Oh.
And he said after the set, the police, the guy who played the police would talk to him as a drug dealer. And he's like, I don't mess with you. Like he was just cold and callous to him because he said he was in that mode.
Yeah.
So are you kind of like in character the entire time, or as soon as they say cut, you're like, all right, I'm Ashley, what's up? Let's go.
I think in the world of when I'm at work and I'm in the world of the, like I'm on set for that working day. Yeah, I try to stay in character because I have to. Sometimes it's hard to break and you want to have that flow that you might in theater. But I think you have to be tricky with method acting because depending on who you're playing. I mean, I was playing somebody who has PTSD, a traumatic brain injury, and she's, you know, holding people hostage.
Yeah, I saw it.
So how does that person show up and just talk to a crew member, you know? And that's why it's important for me to always remember who I am and come down for it. But it takes a different kind of discipline. You have to be focused in a different way. You have to prepare yourself kind of in a different way. And I have that weighted blanket to remind me who I am, that I'm not this person, you know? Okay. Because at least for me and the way that I am acting in that moment, yes, it is a very real, your body doesn't know that it's fake, you know? If you have to pretend that that's your best friend that's on the ground dying, like maybe where you have to go in order to do that is it can be a traumatic experience. So how you take care of yourself before and after that, I think is really important. But I also am just part of a whole picture. I have to be professional. There are people who are doing different jobs that are just as important as mine. And it's important to me to be able to show up as Ashley, who is, yes, working and acting in this role, but who's also deeply caring of just people in general and being a team player. And so it takes a different type of focus and discipline, I think, to come in and out. You can't fully let it go. You have to hold it. And that's where I say, like, I take my space and I just go be by myself so that I don't necessarily have to come out of it. I put my AirPods in, I be a little bit antisocial, but then during lunch, I take them out, maybe try and talk a little bit more, pick and choose my moments. Mm-hmm.
What was the last day of shooting like?
Oh my gosh, traumatic. It was traumatic just because we had to.
You had to let it off. This
is going to come out after the episode, right?
Yeah, it comes out Wednesday.
Okay, so
Wednesday, yeah.
So at this point, I will be spoiling it. We filmed.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, the last day of filming was the day that I got arrested.
Okay.
Let me tell you, as soon as those...
In real life?
No. Let me tell you something. As soon as those cuffs hit my hands, I was not well. I was not okay. Yes.
For real?
Yes.
The first time?
Yes. I was like, mm-mm. I said,
The life before
take
the
these
pod,
off.
man.
Life before
And
the
as
pod.
soon as I literally told my scene partner, I was like, take them. I need you to get these off of me. As soon as the director called cut, I was like, please take these off.
Did you have to do that more than once?
Yeah, we did. And that was the most intense stunt, because I mean it was a really intense scene, and I won't give too much away, but it was also the last scene that we were filming. It was a Friday night at like 10 p.m. We're all tired. I got injured. I like busted my thumb, so we had to pause for a second so I could get taped up. Have to go back and do it again. But basically, what happens is I get body checked to the ground, and I'm thinking,
Did you do your own stunt?
I did.
Oh,
Unless they film, I did have a stunt double. She was awesome. Unless they filmed something that I didn't see, I'm pretty sure it will be
It's you.
me. Yeah. I mean, I'll see it because I haven't seen it yet, so I'll see once I see it. But we walked through the rehearsal, and at that point, I was so tired. I was just like emotionally drained and just physically so tired, and I'm just holding on. I think I called you. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm like, tap out. I love this, and I'm so happy. This is so fun. I'm grateful for work, but I am done. I was sick, like all of these things, and so we go through the rehearsal, and we're just walking through it. You know, we're just kneeling down, like, okay, and then you're gonna do this. You're gonna come to the ground. When it came to actually doing it and the cameras were there, I feel like is when we first did it, like for real. And all of a sudden I'm down on the ground. There's a battering ram going in the door. Everything is loud. You've got SWAT coming in. So you got these big dudes dressed in these SWAT outfits. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is terrifying. And then I get body checked.
so your expressions were probably real at that point.
Oh, yeah, those were real tears. Real tears.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
So, anyways, that was
So
the last
CBS, we're looking at Most Wanted, FBI's Most Wanted.
Yes.
It'll be on Paramount Plus too.
Paramount Plus, you can stream it.
Yeah.
On demand. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for you. And
Thank you.
And I just met you again, so that's cool. Thank you. I'm excited for you. I hope this is only the start to.
Yeah.
I want to see you on Law and Order soon.
Law and Order.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if Dick Wolf has me back.
Go book that one too.
I'll be there.
What
You said Chicago Fire. You were on?
Chicago PD.
Sorry, PD. Okay, I had a cousin on Chicago Fire. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, that's good. You had a follow up question.
I wanted to. So how many auditions are you like sending out per month or per every so often?
Oh, right now.
Just so people understand the grind. It's not just like, I sent out one and I got a role.
Yeah.
But also too, I thought because we have this idea that auditions are
In person.
Yeah.
So we've completely shifted from that now.
No, they are doing more in person. So I definitely, sometimes I go back and forth. I feel like I'm missing out on certain things, but I gain certain things here.
Okay.
Especially now that I'm working at Cayman National Cultural Foundation. Come support Kvsha.
Yeah.
We're trying. We're doing our part.
Yes.
And so, being able to be an advocate for art in the community and also creating here is important to me as well. So I gain different things. But yes, they are starting to do more in-person auditions. I think for camera, it's still at the very least they'll do the first round of auditions via self-tape. But I booked this from that one audition, from that one self-tape. Whereas in the past, I would have come back for a callback and it would have been in the casting office. So the terrain has changed.
How many auditions did you do for 2024?
Yeah, she saw. Okay, wow.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know. I mean, it's not as much as it used to be. It's been really slow. It's been really slow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. 2020. Oh gosh, I have no idea.
But I guess the idea is that once this is out, you'll be seen. Probably get more.
Hopefully,
more recognition.
Yeah,
more
hopefully
calls,
that would be great. I mean, a lot of what you find now, people are really going after bigger names. So you really have to
even for the
create
guest
your stuff.
starring roles on popular TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to work right now. I mean, if you notice commercials,
I hate that actually. When you
and
look at the
stuff.
Super Bowl commercials, it's always celebrities and people who
need
are
to
already
like
famous.
if you get enough money because those commercials really are about money for actors.
But isn't that like a dying thing too? Because a lot of people are on like streaming platforms, Disney Plus, Netflix. So like you don't really see ads.
Yeah,
Like that
I mean,
anymore.
different. I'm not sure. Yeah, different things. I mean, especially with Instagram and influencers and stuff, and that being a different way of marketing. And getting your product out there. People go that route.
Yeah, I get the influencing aspect. And as a business, I want to have the most, I guess, popular person represent my brand. But when I see the commercials full of celebrities, I'm like, damn, that means that other people aren't getting the opportunity. I don't need LeBron to sell me Doritos. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, or do you?
No, I don't.
Well, I mean, I mean,
red bag or blue bag? Like,
I mean, you don't, but the little 13-year-old kid, you know.
If LeBron was selling,
back in the day, if Penny Hardaway was selling Doritos, I was buying them.
I'm trying to get Ashley a gig.
Literally, that's what I was like.
You don't support local, Chris.
If anybody on this show doesn't support local,
You gotta start him.
Anyway, they can catch you on Paramount Plus, CBS, FBI Most Wanted, or they can catch you at the CNCF as well because you have.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you going to be doing any theater gigs here?
I hope to. I don't have anything lined up, but I was in Juve over the summer. If anyone saw that over at Cayman Drama Society, I am helping out with Ancestors. It's a play that Cayman Drama Society is going to be putting on. I'm not acting in it, but I'm helping out as their production liaison. So I don't have anything lined up right now.
When we film our first commercial,
I was gonna say I'm
saying?
writing a script for. It's a little short film about a podcast.
See, that's the way you have to market it.
Struggles we have. Yeah.
Listen, that's the way you have to market it to me. I like commercials. I'm not gonna lie to you. Commercials are not. I'm really not about that commercial life.
I have this role for you. Her name is Kvsha.
Okay. Oh, snap. I don't know. That sounds like. That sounds like a tough role.
have you done any commercials?
No. No, I haven't. I've auditioned for a lot of commercials.
Okay.
Listen, our girl is a star.
I haven't.
But commercial.
Well, commercial. I mean, because realistically, like commercials really are a paycheck. Like I really am out here wanting to tell stories, and some commercials do that. I'm not saying that they don't, but for me, it really depends on the product. Like, what is it that you want me to sell? And more times than not, like it might be insurance, or it's something. It's something that maybe I'm not as passionate about. Not that I'm not passionate about insurance.
She wants the whole hostage.
Would you take up a gig for a commercial if it was something like
toothpaste?
No. But it's one of those reoccurring ones. Like, remember that guy?
Like
dude,
Progressive.
You got Adele, or the guy.
You're super old, Chris.
I was just about to say, what is
you don't
that?
even know what Adele is? You don't know what Adele is?
No, I know what Adele is. I didn't hear that. Don't do me like that, Vic.
Or Mayhem.
Yeah.
You remember that guy was just reoccurring all the
or
time.
like a Progressive commercial.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I auditioned for Saks underwear. Have you heard of that brand?
I have a pair. Yeah.
It's like this shit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let them know.
So I don't know if you've ever seen.
Cut to me, D. Cut to me.
I don't know if you've ever seen those commercials. Have you seen them?
No.
Okay,
I don't have cable TV. I have to download everything or watch or get a streaming service.
They're on Instagram.
A pirate.
Like they're Instagram commercials even.
Oh,
like
for
you
real?
will see them on Instagram.
Oh no.
His explore page is not.
Remember, we called him Salsa Papi for a reason.
He wants to edit point.
With that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the show.
I want to talk about my IG page. My explore page has been kind of wild lately.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Anyway.
I haven't even seen mine for a bit. Why? What's so wild about it?
I don't know.
They are wild boys. Don't ask them that question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. No. So it's like a mugshot thing. I think. So
Also from your life before the pod.
No. Let's not speak on
like, no.
You were out there with the bang bang.
He was like, no.
So you know how I think they listen. They listen, but
Your microphones are on.
Yeah. So I heard something about someone who's coming down to do a performance or some type of hosting event, and mugshot was mentioned. And then in my explore page, I have IG. It's like mugshots of bodies. If that.
Victor,
I'm gonna show you.
you need to change your algorithm. I'm gonna sort you out.
My algorithm.
Mugshots of bodies.
Yeah, it's beautiful women, and their crimes are just not.
You know what's funny is when you do see those things, you go to the comments. It's like I could change her.
Yeah.
Like, I could change her.
She didn't do it. She didn't do it. Yeah. I'll be her alibi. You know what I mean?
Well, that better than what I see, and all I see is AI generated crop.
See, there you go.
So annoying. Yeah, like I'll see. I guess because like we welcomed a new baby in our family, so like doing all the baby stuff. So at one point it was like pregnancy announcements, whatever, and then it escalated to like people like in hospitals and stuff, but like like multiple births. Like you'll see this woman with like 6 kids hanging off of her, and I'm like, what is like right? And I'm like, what is this? Like it's the weirdest thing ever.
I'll take the mugshot body.
You're right, exactly. Like the other day, I saw this person. I think the frog is real, but like they were squeezing, squeezing the frog out of the back, like the back of the another.
What is on your page, bro?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's like
searching?
this AI generated.
Or will you be talking about for AI to be listening to you?
On my Instagram, I'd be
Mine
looking
is
for
all doomsday.
We could help her.
See, there you go.
Mine's all like doomsday prepper. That's what it is.
Doomsday prepper.
Yes.
Was that
like so I have how to freeze dry your food on my page and like canning 101.
Yeah.
Like randomly Montessori. I mean, I guess that's not
Randomly.
Montessori. I don't know. There's some battle between Montessori and Waldorf schools. I have no idea.
Oh, they got beef?
I don't know if they have beef, but there's one content creator. I have no idea what her handle is, and she will do like what Montessori kids are doing and then like show how the Waldorf kids are doing it and stuff. Apparently, Waldorf kids don't learn how to read until like they're 5, I think, or something.
But that's fine,
like late
because at 5 you just learning to blend syllable, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like with learning, like when you show the kids the flashcards, that's out of memory. But when they learn to read, they have to blend syllables. So like the BL and the P, like So yeah, that it's fine.
Okay,
you should check out Waldorf schools.
I always said with my next kid, I would have sent him to the Montessori because I feel like my first kid, I kept him so tight that it's like. But the other one I want.
Oh, you were super protective.
I'm a helicopter mom. I'm still a helicopter mom.
You can't have no girlfriend.
No.
You already going though. We talk about that. Yeah, cool.
But like that's the thing though, like me and Joe grew together, so like we also are like it's this weird dynamic where we're parent to child, but then he also feels like my little brother at times because we grew up together, and like my mom raised us. So yeah, it's cute.
Your mom?
My mom.
How's she doing?
She's great.
I need to message her.
You should.
Let's get Ashley out of here. She probably have to go prep for another audition or something.
Appreciate you coming on. I know it was funny. We met last week or something like that, and I was saying goodnight from the venue that we were at, and she just popped over and was like, "Hey, would you mind mentioning that I have a show coming up, whatever?" And I was like, "Mentioning, like,
girl, come on."
About mentioning, she came out like super shy. Like I was like,
I did.
That should have been the introduction.
Stumbling over my words.
No, that should have been the introduction.
I'm trying to be better about promoting my words.
Yeah, you'd have to. Plug yourself at everything you can.
No, you're a young Caymanian, and
that's actually one of the things that came up in the business and culture. That's where I saw you.
Yes.
Don't sell yourself short.
No. Yeah. Never. I mean, so many things from that hit. I was like, yep, this is it.
This is it.
It is.
Let me get you out of here because I know you don't want to talk about no politics. So
I don't like. I just wouldn't have. I wouldn't have anything to say.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I
mean, not that I wouldn't have anything to say.
Are you voting?
Yes, this is my first time voting in Cayman.
Woo woo! I have.
How difficult are you finding it? Like the decision process.
I think once I start like going to actual meetings, then it will probably start to be easier. But it is a bit daunting because things are a little bit different. I don't really know the parliamentary system as well because I didn't learn it. So I feel like I have to start completely from scratch. But I think one of the things that I'm excited about, and it's both wonderful and also can be challenging with Cayman being such a small town, is that everybody and you're related to everyone, but then you can also make a lot of change with that, as opposed to the different sort of silos in a place like the US where it's so huge and maybe you're only around like-minded people, which can be nice, but it's also very comfortable. And so I think Cayman, being back home, always reminds me how to just be a little bit more open-minded, and think about things from a different perspective and really get down to what I believe is the best for myself, but also for my country and for what I want to see for my kids. And
Were you newly registered, or were you registered before but didn't vote?
No, newly registered.
There we go. Part of that 1400.
Newly registered.
Got him.
Hey,
I did that.
That's
I
fun,
did
too.
that like right under the wire. I was in New York, like trying to stay open. Like, Ashley, you need to get this in. Come on, get this in now. Right about before I went on set, was like, you got to send this girl.
Why did you feel that way?
About what?
Why did you feel like you had to this election that last minute? Why did you feel that?
I think, especially with what I have experienced in the U.S. and just the political climate there, it's just been made very clear to me that you can't complain about anything without getting involved.
Because then you're a part of the problem.
You are a part of the problem, and depending on what you believe, even if for me at least, change is incremental. Even if it's a small change, that's change.
Yeah.
And as I was saying before, in a place like Cayman, where we are a smaller community, where people, and we have to hold each other accountable. We have to be forgiving. We have to exercise the whole scope of human emotions and interactions on a regular basis in a way that you don't necessarily have to do in a bigger place. Mm-hmm. I think it's that much more important because your vote really matters. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to remind yourself of that in a place like U.S. and especially, again, with the political climate there, it can be quite discouraging. But here it's a bit different. And I think no matter where you are, it's important to be involved within the community, whether you are from the country or not. So, even for expats who might not have the ability to vote, I think still at least getting to know your community and getting out and finding out about how our country is run is important. So that's why it's important to me. I'm here now. I'm home most of the time. I am, still in the U.S. I spend my time there and I spend my time here, and I have the ability to do it. So why not? Why wouldn't I?
okay. And in your spare time, like, what do you do for hobbies and such?
I like being in my house.
Okay?
Ditto.
You like to tie your
Ditto.
yard?
Yes, I really do. I enjoy cooking. I like being with my friends and family. I love going to the beach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say
Just more low key, chill, hang out.
very much so. Very much so.
You trying to get an invite? That's all. Before we get out of here, what's up? What else? Anything we want to catch on before we get out? I know we're going full time soon for you.
The food time food, yeah. What's on the menu?
No.
Lettuce wrap tonight?
No.
Say what?
Lettuce wrap tonight?
Perhaps, yeah.
Those lettuce wraps are good, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Roost.
Shout outs to the Roost.
Kvsha, what's been going on with you? How's your week been? What you looking forward to? Anything gripping?
You caught
compelling?
me so off guard.
That's the point. But
No, there's nothing really coming up that I can, think of per se.
Okay.
I will say,
Okay,
I'm very, very sad that the Christmas breeze is now gone, though.
Oh,
Man,
Boy.
I felt that actually this morning as I walked. I was like, what is this heat?
And thankfully, the nighttime's still kind of cool or whatever. We
Yeah.
don't have that, when you walk out at nighttime, you get hit by the oven. That sucks.
Not yet.
Literally 8 p.m. during the summer, you just walk outside. It's like, ugh.
Also, the clocks are about to change too.
They done changed.
they did.
They did? Okay.
They did change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then nighttime still feels so. Is it
What do you
supposed to feel like that?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it took long to be nighttime last night.
It took long.
No, because I check in the ring camera
It's
at
spring now.
6:47. I still
Yeah,
saw
man,
light. It's not
Yeah,
late.
man, the days
No,
getting,
I feel like it's
the
until
days get-
7.
the days get-
It's light until 7.
yeah, man, the days getting longer
Okay.
until fall. And,
Well, yesterday was a long one.
Yeah,
But
man.
jeez.
We're so blessed here though, because when I was in New York in January, the sun was down
like-
at 4 p.m.
Yeah, man, dark. Lights
It was
out.
darkness by like 4:30. which was wild.
You wake up in darkness, go to home in darkness.
No, that would make me so depressed.
It was kind of depressing. And New York City is great. It's such a vibe, but that alone and the cold
yeah,
bitter.
Yeah. We were there last year for my sister's birthday.
No.
We loved it, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
Why are you telling her business though, Tim?
That's business that you all would know.
Tim,
I
why you telling her
posted.
business?
Yeah, Tim.
Please.
We're never gonna let this down.
I realize.
Episode title.
We're gonna have to put it in parentheses.
Tim. Who
like, her
is
name
Tim?
in the description.
Who is Tim?
Joined by Kvsha, parentheses Tim.
Tim. Thank you to the group chat.
Big up to the group chat.
Chris, what's up with you? I know we had some launches, some things.
Yeah, we're busy, man. It's that time. I guess we can make announcements as they happen. Can't give nothing away too.
I was talking more like just in terms of current events.
Oh, the current events
Don't talk
happening.
about our business on the pod. Nah.
Yeah.
That one, but like,
They don't need to know
Chris,
about
where are
our-
you going?
They don't need to know about our
he
deals.
said things are happening. I wasn't sure. You
They
know,
said we can't talk about the deals, man.
that's all good.
Yeah.
That's all good. So where are we going this weekend?
Yo, my dude.
Yeah, we had a good time Friday night. No.
No, I don't know.
Oh, you outside? Outside.
Well, I only passed through for like 20 minutes and I pieced out.
That's still
I didn't even have a drink.
all right, Chris.
He's a football coach and so flag football. So that's what, he's out there, celebrating wins.
We won 4.
I was just gonna say, are you winning?
We won 4-0. So that sounds like
That's
winning to me.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds like winning to me.
Oh, he talking shit.
That's
now.
all like winning to me. We first place right now, baby. Huh? We coming for our rival this weekend too.
We gonna check you out mid-season one. See if
Well, hold on. We are defending champions, mind you, as well.
Oh,
Okay.
There
Talk
you
your
go.
shit,
you know, it's
King.
hard, you know it's
Okay.
hard to repeat though, right?
Yeah. Well, this one took long enough. With 10 years in the making. So
Damn.
yeah, I started this team 10 years ago.
Okay.
After we got kicked off our original team.
Y'all got kicked off.
Yeah, me and my friend got kicked off our
White
original
flag
team.
has so much drama. From?
Yo, for real.
They're
And then I was like, you know what? Fuck
What
all.
do you-
I was like, fuck all of this. Yo, I'm making my own team. So I went to my friend Rupert. I was like, yo, let's make this fucking team. I hit up my friend Arthur Bogle. Big up to Arthur Bogle. Rest in peace. So Derek Bogle. And got him to sponsor the team back then. And, they were our first entry into the league with, under new ownership.
Yo, flag.
Yeah.
Flag has a lot of drama, fam.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It never appealed to
All of my biggest injuries came from flag.
Then the
Mine,
most-
listen, mine
literally.
too. Mine
We
too.
not
I
talking about-
ruptured tore my Achilles because I tried. It was my day number 2.
Damn.
Day number 2. I said never again, and that is on.
You went for like an easy injury to come back from, huh?
Listen, that's on their Instagram page as well. You can
What?
go and look it up. It's so sad
here?
looking. Yes,
well, where else?
it's so sad.
Because they have flag in the States, bro.
He said he
No,
had-
I played.
Oh,
I
you don't
decided
listen
to play.
to
I
him.
decided
Oh, wow.
to try a thing and do a new sport. No,
Tore the Achilles.
I don't. I didn't know that was
literally,
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
I have like I was an athlete and stuff in high school, like
Me
and
too.
unscathed. And then I like pulled my groin the first day, which was weird. That was a weird feeling, doing all that lateral movement. And then literally in the first play of my second game, I was like, okay, well, come on, Ash, let's go back out there. I tore my Achilles, and they have the video of it on their page. I don't know what the handle is, but it looks so sad. Like it just looks like,
why
like
don't you- why-
I'm just running and then kneel down and my hands are out. Help me.
Did you do that thing where you thought like you got kicked? A lot of people feel like they say like they got
Yeah.
kicked in the ankle, so you look back like, what the hell was
Yeah,
that?
Nobody's there.
It felt like because you just hear
It
release,
snaps,
it
yeah.
snaps. It's like a rubber band.
Yeah.
So I was worried. I was like, did somebody kick me, or like it was the amount of pressure of it was almost like those cartoon pianos just like coming down, phew, and then
Yeah.
crash down on my foot. I was like, what? How did this happen?
And recovery was like what, 9, 10, 12 months?
Yeah, I think it was 3 months of not really being able to, not walking on it. I had one of those little
Bruh.
scooters.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
One of those scooters.
And you're not paid.
I paid for that.
No,
I
no,
paid.
no,
It's on a flag.
No, I'm talking
That's
about
what I'm
flag.
saying.
yeah.
I paid to
Oh,
play.
yeah, you definitely paid to play.
I paid to play. I paid for that.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie,
my
boy.
first time I got invited out there, like when I first came back, and he was like, "Yo, we're gonna play flag." I was like, "Okay, I played in the States. Like you pull the flag. You know, no touching, no contact." And the very first time I walked there, I think Austin Harris was walking across, and he had like a
Oh, but this was back in by Triple C Field.
he had a his arm in a sling, like he dislocated his shoulder or something. I was like, okay, well, where I come from, Flag, you don't get hurt. So I made an executive decision at the time, like, nah, I'm not coming out here to get hurt.
I've seen all. I broke my collarbone. I tore a ligament in my wrist.
Sorry, this is not a good endorsement for
I
Flag.
don't-
We
Yeah.
apologize.
I did my ACL. Tore my ACL. That was yeah. I've had
At
my
least
fair-
I mean, I wish it could have been a cooler injury. Like there's nobody near me, and I just go down. You know how embarrassing that is. And you can see that. Like there's no one near me.
They can't get me to play flag because it is a contact sport and I'm not getting rid of my nails.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I am
But-
just a girl. Just
A large
a
up
girl.
to the flag community, man. I love y'all, and I love flag. I stayed playing.
I showed my support by hanging out.
No, I lie. I stopped.
Yeah,
playing.
watching the game.
Yeah, watching and
That was-
drinking and having a ball.
So we're gonna go out there.
socializing.
We're gonna do a pod.
That was
day.
in my past life.
No, we're gonna do a pod day at Flag. Or come out Friday and support.
No,
You mean like record on my
No,
Friday?
no, record this show up and
You
watch.
talking to me on my Friday?
support you?
Well, we know. Damn.
If you're gonna play, then yeah, sure.
Can't play. You heard ACL, Marshall, call a boom.
Why they say fuck me for?
If you were playing, Chris, but you can't get me out there to watch other people. Mm-mm.
But that would the girls
I'd
do. Though. They
much
go-
rather
they go-
be
they
in
go
my
to-
bed.
They go there to watch the money.
That's
They
what
don't
I'm
got nothing
saying,
to do.
Kvsha, we not trying to get you married, no.
You
Pardon?
know,
You
Trying to
right.
Get you married?
You're right,
go
because I
there.
added a song to the playlist
Yeah,
today.
there you go. That's some.
For those of you who do not know, I have a wedding playlist because when Mr. Right comes along, I'm ready.
He don't get no say. He don't get no say.
No, he can add because I love a man who knows his music because I like music. So you bet that's my love language.
Now, what would you do if he picked a song you absolutely hated?
Then we're not compatible. We're not equally yoked. Clear.
So you would call
Clearly,
breaker, wedding done.
clearly, like yeah, dude, music. Yeah, you're gonna have to speak to my soul. Yeah,
Off of one song?
that's correct.
That's the problem.
I judge you based on your music.
He does 10 things. He does 9 things right, but
My
the
boy
one thing.
making tea, making bed, massaging her
wedding.
feet, taking off her
Good
shoes.
job.
Could we? All right. Could we find a compromise then?
My mom picked
You
the
said
Justin.
no.
No, I'm saying he couldn't have it at the wedding. That was your.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't have it at the wedding.
Suppose it was sentimental to him.
Ain't not his wedding.
But
It's-
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Makes it nice. You're right. Cause my dad gonna pay for it in my wedding.
Oh, word. Whatever.
Word to Mr. Stevenson.
Whatever Mr. Stevenson wants. Yeah, all right, cool.
He probably watching us. Shout out to my dad.
Your
He
dad
just
watches the
found
show?
out that I'm on the podcast
Oh,
last
shit.
week.
Oh, see? You didn't tell him?
No, he like, why you didn't tell me I would watch? I like Daddy, we be talking about. He's like, so
Nah, that's the worst. So you don't want your parents watching the podcast.
You know
my
what's
mommy don't watch it, so I'd be like, yes, we can talk about her all we want. Like, obviously, I give her like the highlights or whatever, but she not saying that.
My mother hit me with something the other day, and I was like, okay, mom. Yeah.
She give us some advice on the pod, or?
I should be questioning me about stuff, man.
Your mom listens.
Yo, moms.
Nah.
Moms. If you can make
She
some,
watched on YouTube.
if you can make some
What?
more of that cake was freaking
Please,
flames, yo.
bring it.
Send some more of that cake through. That was fire.
Thank you. Please and thank
Mom.
you.
My parents don't know I have a show.
Yeah, that's good. Keep it that way.
I never told them. They don't know nothing to this day.
And you talking about your dad so much on the show too?
Right.
No, he doesn't
He's
know.
like a 4th member of the pod.
Well, you can all do a Mother's Day episode.
For real, yeah.
He
My
said-
mom would love that.
Yeah, bring your mom. Keisha.
I will.
Yeah, bring her.
You walked into that.
Yeah, let's get out of here, man. Any final comments before we go?
K-Fest, guys. Support
Large up,
K-Fest.
large up K-Fest. Oh, I don't have the calendar. I wish I could say that.
Nah,
I don't have it with
it's all on IG, man.
Yeah, it's on their page. Yeah, I have it bookmarked.
You have until
Okay.
March 22nd.
Second.
One of the
'Cause that's
greatest-
Red Sky at Night.
Red Sky Nights, March 22nd. Yeah, man. Get your tickets.
Great
Come
day,
through.
March
It's a great time.
I see you guys push the starting time to when it's a little bit cooler now too. It's like I think it's 4 p.m. now. I think
For Red Sky at
Yeah,
Night.
yeah.
I believe.
Cause before it was it was midday.
Yeah,
They must have
that
heard
was,
you.
Yes, that was one of
Yeah.
the things.
Well, the problem was because I think they used to do it earlier in the year, but obviously that's a lot of planning right after the new year. And it was cooler, but eventually over time it started moving further and further into the year, and obviously it gets hotter. So with that, they've kind of moved it forward now, which is nice, Red Sky Night's one of my favorite local events to attend. I love it.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
talk
doing
about
for
it
years.
all the time.
Yeah,
It's a
I
fun
love it.
time. I can't tell people enough about come
love it.
through. Just come through. There's good food, good vibes, good music. What?
No, because Chris last time he had a food critic. He had a food critic moment.
I had
so
a
that's
crisis.
why, yeah.
I had a crisis last time.
Oh,
I had one crisis last time, but I still love it. I still love it. If everybody knows, they know what I said, and we worked it out.
okay, great.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
There's
for
an
you.
understanding.
I'm happy for you and
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, there's an understanding.
She's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, she's like, okay, yeah.
So, anyways, come to Red Sky at night. Do or don't have the food. Just kidding. Do have the food.
Have the food. Have the food. I will be getting food again.
Have the food. Have a drink. Listen to some music. Buy some art. Just have a good time.
I think Cass said that Swanky Kitchen Band was the main.
Yes.
The main. Yeah.
And they're throw
fire.
down.
Yeah,
They're
man.
Yeah.
so
They're fire.
good. Like it's
Big
just
up,
vibes.
big up Jeffrey Wilson.
Yeah, it's just vibes. I hope I get to meet them and just tell them that. I mean, I will, but yeah, it's just a good time. And
You never met Sam Rose or Jeffrey before?
I don't think I have.
Oh, okay.
No.
They're good people.
She will now though.
Big up Sam Rose. He was one of our first big guests we ever had on.
Yeah. Tom came on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Him and his daughter. Yeah, for sure.
I remember that episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
He gave us a shot when we were nobody.
Right?
Yeah.
That
Big up.
episode is the reason that I celebrate came on Thanksgiving, or that I make a big deal
Stop
about
calling it that. We need to change
No,
that.
yeah, no. Even in my office, I will walk around telling everybody that. I was like, "It is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We must call it U.S. Thanksgiving and Canadian."
In Cayman, we have Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Do it again. Okay.
Yeah, we need to change that. Change
Like
that
the
mindset around
remember the
here.
Disney Channel that you doing?
Where we have to throw, we got to throw Cayman in front of everything, like we some second class in our own
Yeah,
country.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm on the bandwagon with you.
Yeah, it is Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
That's right.
I want to give thanks real quick because before we record again, likely the date will be passed. And I want to give a shout out to Chris. He does not like attention. He's celebrating a birthday. He's getting older.
Yo, you fucked up, you know.
I'm fucked up for giving him his flowers. That's
Happy
crazy.
birthday,
You wait till next week,
Chris.
Happy
You wait till next week,
birthday.
come. We gonna have a cake. We gonna be singing for this fucking guy.
We're not recording next week. But nah, I want to give you your flowers, bro, because you're a big part of this podcast. And
Appreciate
this is
it.
not happening without you. We talked about this, 7-8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We finally started to put some things together. So you're one of the main proponents of this. This engine does not go without your involvement. Your
So since it's my birthday, that means you can buy food tonight. Then
sounds good.
we arrived at a conclusion. There. Look at that.
So next thing is when you see him, let him know. Tell him happy birthday.
Oh, I gotta stay inside now. Fuck.
Suck it. Let's get out of here real quick. I want to thank Ashley for joining us. All the
Thank
best with your
you.
episode. Many more episodes to come. Different
Yes.
shows. Law and Order. I'm gonna call Dick Wolf.
Okay. Oh, great.
Yeah,
We
you
have
want-
him
you-
on
you
speed
want-
dial.
You want SVU or which one you want? You want
Oh, SVU would be that'd be
SVU?
cool. Yeah,
All right.
sure.
We line
Why
it
not?
up.
I think there might be a new show coming out. Even maybe something new.
Well, hopefully you'll be open to coming back to talk about the future endeavors.
Yes, I hope so.
You're
I
wel-
will be. I will be.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
Thank you.
Keisha, signing off for Keisha. No more final comments. Have
No,
a
that
good
was
week.
it. No.
You chilling on the ground this weekend?
Yeah, please chill out on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. I saw the green bubble come up on the close friends. I was like, oh, what we seeing here?
I got proper close friends etiquette though. I don't hear nobody complaining. I ain't hear nobody complaining.
Okay. Chris F1 on a birthday. Shout out to Chris. So for those of you joining us, first time listeners, last time listeners, we appreciate it. We love you. We support you. We thank you. You know where to find us on IG at PodLinkUp. You can add, you can subscribe to the YouTube. We'd appreciate it. So for those of you cleaning in the kitchens and at work, not doing your job, you're in traffic, listening to us, watching us on the YouTube when you shouldn't be watching us, we thank you for that. Hopefully we'll be back same time, same place next week. You've been listening to the Link Up Podcast.
Get in there, Lewis.